Somebody in chat just called Iceberg trash like moments before they were about to see him get a solo kill. On quite a nice stun setup that he got there.
Maybe we'll look away from mid and fare a little bit better. How's what's this top lane? It's gonna be Oracle and Ursa versus the Brewmaster Shadow Shaman. Sounds like an even back and forth.
Regeneration.
Ursa's got the advantage over Brewmaster, but Ursa's really still okay. You've got Shadow Shaman who's got the advantage over.
I think Shadow Shaman plus like anybody makes these like terrible lanes okay. Like remember when we used to see like Monkey? I think it was like the game that I'm specifically thinking of. It was like Monkey plus Lion versus Tide. It was Tide plus Shaman, and they just right clicked the hell out of that Monkey.
Ice Shard, so there goes your healing salve.
I'd be so upset right now if I was Moon.
He just will not leave Moon alone.
Or Moon.
And Febby set up for this. He like rotated over and everything. More bounties? Oh, they were one short blitz.
They were one short.
They were one short. Yoma the Slayer saves the game for the Pango by preventing the hashtag bounty Exodia.
Dude, they had that.
At the same time, Pango also on Ninja Book. So Ghost Stick doing well for himself. I feel like I really like when I get an okay lane as Beastmaster against heroes like Juggernaut. It's like one of the rare heroes that is not oppressed by the run at you spit tactic.
Oh yeah, and the best part of the Pango's lineup is they have two different ways to stop.
Oh, nice done.
Dude, he's owning him.
Look at him, he's juked out KP too.
This is his space creation tactic if I've ever seen.
See on the Slayer. Alright, now he's gonna lure Moon. He's gonna lure Moon in a little bit. Mineski, why are they chasing this toss so badly?
I'm not sure. He's got like TP, he's level 3. Harry's been a nuisance all around.
I guess Ninja Boogie doesn't really feel like he has much of a home. Now that the Beastmaster at level 5, he's got the level 3-4 that no support can really tackle. It's too strong.
Somebody just quoted the Fast and the Furious. Dude, I almost had you. It's the throwback.
That's how I know you're a real Fast and the Furious. That you knew that was a quote.
Of course I do. It
doesn't sound like a quote.
It's when he almost catches him with the Nos. He says, "Dude, I almost."
I mean, I kind of figured. Like, the quote was pretty self-explanatory in that way.
If somebody, I'll actually shout out your name if you quote Vin Diesel's line there. Is hold that thought.
Shout out Ninja Boogie, who is about to die here.
Iceberg already on a killing spree. 7 minutes in, 4-0. This time around, the Pango having a much better early game. Much better early game. I feel like the first time around, they didn't really get to get anybody enabled. Ghost Stick had a hard time. This time around, if you look at the CS, 3 out of 4 top CS on their side. Their Ursa, absolute free farm. And the best part about this too is that even though they're trading out and Ajit's getting a really good game, it shouldn't really matter as...
Managed to get the Hex mid-roar. Ghost Stick, his second try at this, will be able to get it off now, but Febby made the rotation just in time, snags him up, and Ghost Stick will die here without the Omni Slash being...
It's huge, that's huge.
Iceberg rotated over, so apparently they were also thinking about going for a kill bottom lane. Or into LSA setup, so Mineski not only got a kill,
it was game 3 of their like insane series. Oh, hold
Iceberg. Next up, that's where the Omni Slash is gonna go. Now they still may need the spin. No, he doesn't.
Got him easy with the orb coming through as Febby gonna get gone off, but they really need to just slow him down there. But it was that game where Mineski lost all 3 lanes and they ended up winning the game in 20 minutes. Yeah. And I asked Bevy about that, and I was like, well, did you guys think you were about to lose? And he's like, the thing about it is, if you're dumb enough, winning 3 lanes makes Dota really, or losing 3 lanes makes Dota easy. You know, because now you gotta actually try. That's weirdly, and no, I was like, no, it just doesn't make sense. None of that makes sense.
Shortly after he...
like, I was like, probably that understanding of Dota that got you booted, but as Moon is gonna get run into here.
Really silenced up, is gonna wear off in time. No, it's just the ensnare from Bevy. It's gonna be too long, and now they've caught Iceberg as well. The Primal Roar is gonna go down, but Iceberg is still gonna be caught inside of that coil. Turns around, does manage to get the Lion kill, but he is... what? Double healing self to keep himself.
Why does he have 2?
He did it. I don't know why he has double healing selves, but that was sick.
You know what he just told them? He said, "You never had me. You had your car."
That was the line.
That was the line.
That was the Fast and Furious line. Man,
thank you for that.
I could really see why you're a big fan of that franchise. The dialogue just makes the show.
Double damage.
Ursa apparently not wanting to run up to the high ground and go for that bounty point. Probably a good thing.
Dire's middle tower is
already rotated up. Oh, that's why. They've got nice aggressive wards. Look at all that vision around the off-lane jungle. The Pango.
Can't believe he had doubles. He just popped them one after another.
Pango's got like a triangle vision. Swear to God, JJ, if you don't show my triangle of vision. Yeah. He's like, you could see the mini-map, you know what's up. 3 to 5, 11 minutes in, a very slight net worth lead right now for Mineski. But we'll see if Pango can change that up, as the Beastmaster's going to be able to pressure this bottom lane pretty much by himself, while Mineski have to make a heavier commitment. They 2-man smoke up to top lane to protect the Brewmaster and his push. They already dropped the Shadow Shaman Ward as well. And looks like the smoke does run into the Lina, but the CP's already here from Naive. It's going to be able to chase down Febby. The question is, can Iceberg survive once again? A big nuke on a Febby will be able to finish him off, and Moon has already run out of nuke. And Mitch dodged the snowball, but won't have enough to dodge the roar that comes out from Ghost Stick. Another big turnaround. Iceberg. I mean, that's just what happens when you win your lane, you know? You get just that extra level that keeps you alive, that extra bit of stats, and it just continues to snowball.
Good analysis. And the pun. This is a much better, at least in the year. They're actually enabling all their heroes. But, I don't know. Most of this game is going to come down to the team fights anyway. The last game, like, I think the laning phase kind of a wash. At least this time, like, Pango's not behind by like 3k early on. That's somewhat of a positive, but they're all gonna form around this mid tower. I like this move. KP coming in with his ult, not having to use it to threat a bit.
You know, the part of the reason I think the game gets a little sloppy is what I love about both Mineski and the Pango is that they're both down to play fast and just run around the map.
Just run at each other, take towers together.
That's why you see pickoffs like this, where the leader rotates down to bottom, giving up this mid-tier 1 tower in exchange.
I even say bottom 2.
Trying to pressure
throwing the brew first.
And he already TP'd to tier 3, leaving the shorter TP still available at bottom lane, but it looks like they're going to find the Totsku. I think it was trying to look to stop rotations or something.
Yeah, I think this was a bit of a mistake by the Pango.
And now the Tusk is going to be able to stop those TPs. They're still going to try and blow up the Brewmaster, and they do so. Thankfully, they have so much burst damage. But now the Omni Slash coming in from the side. Slayer will be able to get off that false promise onto Iceberg, who's going to try and eat his way out of these.
If he wants to
sneak away. Meanwhile, Slayer's going to be run down by the 2 cores. Iceberg's going to be able to heal up to full. But Bevy, so close. Couldn't quite get the disables. And maybe it's better for it because Ghost Stick and Vampire were both here to be able to back Iceberg up. This is no longer a fight that Mineski really wants to take.
Yeah, Naive is now down here too. I don't think that death really matters that much. Hear me out, Pango fanboys. The reason for it is because they don't lose a tower. They take that fight under the tower. There's no real trade there. They were able to...
Rolls wasn't used.
Yeah, and they got the mid tower, which I think is more important. Talked ad nauseum about like how important it is to take mid. Because now you get to defend mid for free every single time you've got Bruce put up.
So
possible
why,
for...
if the mid tower was so important, why didn't the Pango
Radiant's
just out of
middle
position?
tower is
Just
under
out of
attack.
position.
Can't filter in TPs one by one there. That's where...
Mineski rotate around. They catch the Pango hanging around in this bottom lane. A filthy rotation, net some big time kills, and immediately move. Look at that! Oh, I love this. Just play around so fast. He's going to be able to find this Oracle as well. Scout into the Roshan pit. Oh, Iceberg! You skipped a little bit too fast, right into the clutches of Iceberg, who will be able to kill the opposing mid, but it looks like might be dying himself. LSA not going to be able to land on Jin. He was up to your tricks. He will be able to use dodge that one stun. KP's going to come back into form though. He doesn't even need to hit the clap. He's still got that extra boulder. So they get the kills bottom. They get kind of a trade-off in mid, but they importantly, very important,
Stop the Rosh.
Stop that Roshan, right?
And if you're the Pango now, you really regret the mid tower trade. Because your moves aren't as obvious. I think it's kind of hard for this Ursa to like... I guess you can walk into Rosh now, because you know there's no split. So the question for Mineski is like, there's no split, you do have Shaman Ward. If you're the Pango, what you probably do is, if you get this Roshan for free, then you immediately just run down mid. Because it looks like without the split, Mineski just kind of on time. I thought they wouldn't be able to take it that easily, but Fevi has committed his wards to taking Ancients. She might also come to regret, as the Ursa's just gonna clean them up.
Yep. He'll take the farm for that. Now he's going to wrap around as they've already caught KP. Can they get the stuns in time to prevent him from getting off the split? They will. Now they're locked out on Naive, but they can't save Moon either. Fevi maybe caught us. What is this? Pango, you could just take that tower, you know. And sure enough, that's what they do. They turn around, take that mid tier 1.
They had to have known that was coming.
Yeah.
It just got Aegis. If I'm saying it 30 seconds in advance, and they should definitely know. That's the very obvious move. It's not even like it was a surprise because they saw the Ursa come down on through the Shaman wards and they still decided to stick around. And as a result, they lose 2 of their cores. They lose not 1 tower, but 2. They probably get away with just losing 1 if they don't just kind of needlessly die there.
In the history of Dota, I'm not sure how many teams have ever like taken Roshan and then just not gone mid.
I think that losing the tier 1 tower mid at that point, once the Rosh is gone, it's okay, but losing heroes on top of that, so good. Okay, Mineski, you know they still have Aegis, they're still grouped up together. This fight potentially be a little bit scary. They do have all their ultis aside from the wards up, but fighting around the shrine area is definitely not in your favor.
Lads and Necro 1 for the Beastmaster. Moon? Who? Never mind, there was no...
KP's got a minus. You gotta let that just like percolate. Collect that gold for a little bit. 9 more for payoff.
This we can see.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Still plenty of time to go. What do you think about this Blink Fuels
tower is under attack.
for the...
I think it's nice because it allows you to like put pressure, especially on supports. Like you're able to backline. It makes it so that you're able to play really fast too. They're gonna take advantage of this Aegis. AP just gonna make everybody a little bit boozy.
Rattle Roar, but already managed to get off the spin. That'll prevent any follow-up disables, and sure enough, the Ursa is not going to have enough damage in that short window. The Lina is being gone off by the Brewmaster split. Meanwhile, the lockdown over here on the left-hand side. Finger damage for him. Should be able to get him to Tusk. Will be able to finger Snowball away, preventing the Finger of Death extra damage.
They're still going for this. They've caught the
actually turning 1 and 2-man LSA. Now they're going to try and blow up that Juggernaut, but he managed to get off the wand. And now the Omni Slash bounces around, only hitting Creep. So unlucky. Oh my goodness, that was so unfortunate. The Ursa was saved by Slayer, and we'll see whether or not he heals up. And I think he will, but the Brewmaster will not. In fact, we'll see him in the grave here very shortly. KP trying to juke out, doesn't get hit by the LSA. Trying to go forward, force it more. I don't think that's the play. Pango turned around, quickly kill him. The rest of Mineski left KP out to dry there. They said there was no more fighting to be done.
That was a buyback too, committed by the Tusk.
Yeah.
I was with their Aegis. And I think the big mistake there was trying to burst down the Juggernaut. They used the Roar, they used the Shards, they thought they had enough, but I mean, even with the Ursa's damage, it wasn't even very close. Killing the Jug, he had spin going during that time, the no follow-up was coming. And that was the commitment of the 10-second BKB too.
Going back to the Blink though, the Blink Yule's it's not good versus Jug. Not good versus Puck. You know what is good versus both those heroes? Shadow. Thoughts? Why not? Why not?
I'm not sure. I would kind of like the Shadow Blade too. It allows you to open up, but they're gonna run into KP here, who has no split, should go down no problem. Didn't have a kill out of this with his boosted travel. Gonna clear this wave. The Yule's gonna catch him though on the way out, and the stun hits him. Iceberg quite low.
He's got another orb up in a second here. He's got to make a quick blink away, an orb out, and he should just...
I'm surprised he got caught with the first stun.
Yeah, that was so beautifully timed by Iceberg. Granted, you should probably still be able to phase shift that always.
Bottom tower. This is the tower that all Beastmasters love taking. I know you don't really play that much Beastmaster, but it makes it so that with like one Hawk, you get to just explore out this jungle. That was also the sound of the Aegis fading. Who's going to TP up the top lane. Wards. What's up, man?
Random low-key shade just throwing me while analyzing.
Tell me you play Beastmaster and I won't.
I do.
Do you?
Yeah, there was the time where Beastmaster was all the rage. I had to play him.
Austin thinks he
Remember, I was talking about how I liked playing Beastmaster against Juggernaut so much because I could actually fight him with board.
I listen to like a quarter of this stuff.
Dude, I know you do. You know, a last cast, I literally said a sentence, you followed that up with the same sentence. It's cute though, like you're echoing.
Honestly, I'm just be 100% real here. I've got learning issues. Alright, this KP very ambitiously buys the Radiance recipe. That's always my favorite. That's so much gold.
Oh, is that ambition or is that, oh crap, I'm about to die. Let me spend some net worth.
I think that's like, I don't know. I'm gonna get this Radiance no matter what. That's persistent.
You are hard committed.
That's persistent.
Necro 3 right around the corner for the Beastmaster. Then we will have a nice little power spike for the Pango, where they can very quickly take some objectives. But once again, Mineski are in position where they can smoke up, wrap around, and make the initiation into the back line. If they can pull the orb, it will be massive. But Moon, he got himself way ahead of the rest of his team, and now is going to be caught. He gets snowballed and immediately punched down. Iceberg, he's going to be grabbed by Ajit with a finger of death. Not quite enough in time. Can he blink away or anything? No, Iceberg is still dead. That Storm Panda throwing the Ursa up in the air for a while. He will come back down. Does not have the BKB anymore. In fact, now with the Omni Slash on top, immediately pops the enrage, which he still had to go. So he soaks up all that damage. Primal Roar going out. Can they turn and fight? Or are they just going to be caught by so many distance? Iceberg back in with the two-man Alex. Blows up the puck with the Laguna Blade. Now, can he do a little bit more? Especially with the Oracle here. Buying the Ursa time will be able to heal him back up. The Ursa charging forward with the help of Iceberg. They should be able to lock down this Brewmaster and maybe even go for more. Iceberg still has that mobility of the blink, but it looks like the rest of Mineski have been able to back up in time.
Man, they actually, everyone just fought back. I love this series. There's no objectives at stake, but everyone's just willing to do it anyways. Now Moon dead for 44 seconds. KP doesn't have his ult, even if he did want to buy back here. And now it's just going to be the Pango going high ground at 23 minutes. They committed a lot for this. They want to get something out of it.
Oh, Iceberg
Forward.
This snag one here, that's going to be a deadline.
And now they just have a free route to this Rax. The best part about having Beastmaster on your team, this attack speed aura, is absolutely free for you. He pops the Necro units too. They could potentially just go towards mid.
Radiant's bottom
And that looks exactly like what they're going to be doing.
has fallen.
Manta now for the Juggernaut. We'll see if it helps them win this 4 versus 5 for Mineski. Try and make sure the series did not go to a 1-1. Force it to a game 3. The LSA goes out. Immediately silenced up, protected by the Oracle at all times. That's really causing some issues for Mineski. They're going to get the Primal Roar and the Brewmaster, and Mineski don't have the same kind of saves unless that Force Staff can actually get him out. It gets him far enough away. Now they can turn. Look at KP. He ignores the Tuss and looks for more. He just starts waddling forward. He's going to help Moon find a little bit more. That's going to be Slayer. Looks like the rest of the TPs of the Pango will be able to manage to get out. Slayer.
That's very worth, though. They're going to lose 2 support heroes. Trade them for racks apiece if you want. They are just going to let Slayer die by his lonesome in that corner there. But really good decisive play. Especially with Iceberg with the buyback. He comes in from the low ground, so he has that stun on a 2. Immediately blows up Moon, who had already committed his buyback. Just good team fight recognition. They realize, oh, if we're able to win this fight, they're right in front of the base.
You know what the wild thing is? I'm just going back to the fact that the Pango, the kind of decisive fight that broke open this game, was the one that they bought back, but they were farther away from the team fight. That's such a commitment to buy back for a team fight that's on the enemy side of the...
I think everyone just likes using buybacks.
Yeah.
I like it. OpenAI did it, why not us?
True. The boots of travel, and now a BKB. Iceberg is going to be pretty good about his, unless he somehow gets jumped on by one part disables, Lion or Shadow Shaman, neither of which has Blink. Only Febby has the Etherland or Staff. Ninja Boogie, well, Ninja Boogie didn't have any net worth in a winning game. In a losing game, you know he's not going to have anything. What a bash. Naive is going to be able to blow up. GS Retreat will be able to hit the LSA so perfectly timed by Iceberg. They get the pick off on the core. That is the carry down for 60 seconds. And the 4 position dead for 45. He does have buyback though. And Roche just came up. The Pango, they really don't need to if they knew there was no buyback from Juggernaut, but they're going to play it safe.
It was so close for so long. Then that bottom fight, it just completely blew everything open.
There's still a tier 2 up at that top lane. Mineski don't have to worry about losing any further objectives besides the A-list machine. Just for Ursa.
Radiant's top shrine is under
They're just going to push in top lane, force the issue. Still no Radiance on this brew. You have to imagine there's like some regret. I don't really know what item though you go. Yeah, I don't. That's kind of the problem, but it's still like so much net worth up into this like build, and I don't know if the power spike of the Radiance allows you to just like straight up win the game, especially with all the BKBs that they have now on both sides. The effect of the Radiance is not as high as you'd want it to be.
Radiant's top tower is
And the Pango have so many ways to start a fight now. They can Blink Dagger on the Ursa with the Basher. They can Blink Dagger Yules on Iceberg. There's Tuss with the Blink, and now Beastmaster. Dagger up.
You saw how useful the Blink on, you know, it allows her to like play really quick. It's like run forward, get kills. That bottom fight too, where they were able to just like pretty much get 95% or more of this win done.
Mineski trying to find a way to draft this game out and chip away at that 11,000 net worth that Pango currently has. Meanwhile, Dire side just looking to close it out nice and easy.
Crazy part is it feels even more than that. Layups.
Oh, Iceberg just comes forward immediately, take out Ninja Boogie, who has no buyback. Iceberg is going to be saved by the Oracle. Iceberg's just going to pop his BKB here and try and deal out some damage during this timer. It looks like he actually will be healed up, back up the full, and sure enough, he will. KP trying to catch as many heroes as he can with the Brewmaster split. This save onto Naive with the rage as well as the magic meter. He's doing him a lot of work, but eventually he will lose that age. Unfortunately, Tusk does manage to get off the snowball. Primal Roar onto the Juggernaut as well. Now Naive is back, trying to use all that damage to land into Jin. Jin trying to think about backing up here. It looks like they're just running out of steam. Mineski are soon going to lose out on their disables and damage. Almost managed to dagging that Oracle to death, but Moon couldn't quite get it. The Pango will reset here.
Wow, they actually held. That was so well done by Mineski to even hold in that position there. He had to filter through a lot. Nice force stats. Jin tanked a lot there when he just kind of went in. Moon backed him up with the silence when he was about to get LSA'd by the Lina. That would have almost certainly been his death. So instead, they're able to at least hold their racks. They do lose tier 3 for that and the 2 tower. At this point, when you're this far behind in 30 minutes, you take anything.
This Mineski's lineup, like, do they even outscale Pango? Because I feel like when I was looking at both these lineups, you know, 15 minutes ago, I felt like they were going to scale very similar.
Maybe if you get like a completely 6-slotted Juggernaut, I could see him being able to beat you. But he needs every item in the book. Plus, you see he's going for like dual scepter. That's what he has queued up next. But isn't the Oracle fine against that? Purge him down. That still works, right?
Has fallen.
Interesting.
Maybe he just wants more.
Also, the 4-step save pop that helped KP get over the shards. It's just they fought that really well. To even fight that, to get that fight to even was pretty absurd. They're smoked up.
Just a shame seeing Mineski fight that well when it does feel like it's inevitable that one of these engagements, the Pango is going to be able to break Mineski. But apparently it's not with this smoke. Moon reads it well, blinks out, breaks the smoke, gets back to his Pango do have total control of the map though, and they can just wait out the next Roshan if arena. Spawn. Shadowblade soon for the Beastmaster, Cycle for Iceberg's Lina. Again, more initiation and more hard disable that initiation. Heroes like Juggernaut, up. Even Brewmaster makes the game significantly.
Radiant are scanning.
He's committing fully to the Dagon at this point.
I mean, he probably just needs, right?
This reminds me of the game he played against Paint, where he was just like always committing Dagon to try to burst King RG's Oracle.
Yeah.
But in that game, they ended up losing that game.
Double damage.
The Oracle's just way too much of a problem for them. So they've got Blink Scythe, Blink Abyssal, Blink Walrus Punch, which is not instant, but it's BKB, so it's still kind of... There is pretty much no way for Mineski to feel comfortable going outside their base. That's why they're just not doing it.
No one's allowed to leave.
Gonna hole up.
If they're gonna take a fight at this point, they just have to smoke. Fights are so complicated. All the different ways that they can initiate the fight. Theoretically, it should be nearly impossible. The amount of tools that they have for initiation. I'd be really hard pressed to figure out a way they can do it. I guess if you're Mineski, you really cleverly use your one force. You have to somehow bait them as deep as it can go.
Initiation comes out, Abyss Blade into the Primal War. Great combo to bring down the Juggernaut. He does not have buyback, and Brewmaster not able to get the Brewmaster split off either. So he does have buyback, but without the damage of your Juggernaut, was your top net worth hero. Not sure how Mineski is going to be able to stop this last. Going down. Ninja Boogie is going to try and just walk in from behind. No.
I think it's just... There's just way too many ways for them to start the fight. They have so many good tools for it. Pango are playing this game a lot more clean. Again, range racks, only the melee left. KP's gonna preemptively pop his split, but if you're Pango, I think you just wait, reset, allow the split to run its course, and then just go back in.
The Pango really want to make sure they do not mess this up.
I think last game traumatized them just a little bit. I think they were thinking to themselves, probably had a good opportunity to win that last game, and we just made it a little bit too clowny for ourselves. This time around, just be safe.
Oh dear.
Oh.
That's immediately pinged out by Slayer.
They know what's up now.
Guys, they are smoked. They were just mid. Please be careful. Slayer, who I guess probably sensing the end of the game, did not get the GPM talent at 15. Got the pass range, just makes it even harder for Mineski. Again, we were talking about how Moon with his Dagon build just needs to get to that back line. Slayer's able to sit so far back.
Look at this, the jump in.
Once again, can they get him? They are going to be able to have the Walrus Punch still, but Vampire doesn't actually go for it. Instead, they throw the Primal Roar onto the Brewmaster. It's a good setup, and Iceberg can actually blow up one of these heroes. Not able to get either one. KP trying to get away, does not have the split to be able to survive here, though, and will eventually go down. Iceberg with the save from the Oracle, and the BKB pop just keeps running forward, chasing heroes out, while the rest of his team pushes to be able to take those Megas. The Coil comes out onto 2, immediately broken on the Tuss. And they managed to get the glyph off at the last second, preventing that melee Rax from going down. And the Pango do not come in for the Rax just yet. They're going to kite backwards, now go back in onto that Juggernaut. Once again, the force down save over the Ice Shard is going to be there, and a beautiful impale out as well. That's going to be a save on Jin. He is able to get off the Omni Slash, but again, the creep wave is taking up so much of that damage. They just whip out on it. Moon, who wasn't able to finish off the Lina, got away in just a sliver of HP, will be able to bots back in, and
Bevy denies the Rax.
It's not even needed. Bevy denies the Rax and allows the Megas to come in for the Pango. Mineski apparently not going to GG out just yet, are still going to do battle even against Megas, even with their own teammates griefing them. They're still going to try and fight this out. Naive comes forward, does manage to catch Ninja Boogie. He managed to get back to the fountain. No, turns around. A beautiful stun, but finally with the Juggernaut dying for good, that will be GG. We are going to a game 3.
Oh man, it felt like Mineski just... The best move they made was when they took the mid tower, right?
Yeah.
But it was their decision